Liberty and equality are captivating sounds, but they often captivate to destroy. Wealth can only be accumulated by the earnings of industry and the savings of frugality. I can never consent to being dictated to. Parties are continually changing. The men of today give place to the men of tomorrow, and the idols which one set worship, the next destroy. Nature governs man by no principle more fixed than that which leads him to pursue his interest. Our wise men flattered us into the adoption of the banking system under the idea that boundless wealth would result from the adoption. Our form of government can no longer be considered an experiment in politics. Crowned with success, it stands forth an example to the world and exhibits the proudest triumph of reason and philosophy. Popularity, I have always thought, may aptly be compared to a coquette. The more you woo her, the more apt is she to elude your embrace. It is by these, the people, that I have been clothed with the high powers which they have seen fit to confide to their chief executive, and been charged with the solemn responsibility under which those powers are to be exercised. This Constitution was not made for a day, nor is it composed of such flexible materials as to be warped to the purposes of a casually ascendant influence. So far as it depends on the course of this government, our relations of goodwill and friendship will be sedulously cultivated with all nations. Let it be henceforth proclaimed to the world that man's conscience was created free, that he is no longer accountable to his fellow man for his religious opinions, being responsible therefore only to his God. A manufacturing nation is, in every sense of the word, dependent on others. Look to England. Cut off from the markets of the world, misery and ruin await her. I should be pleased to see all the nations on the earth prosperous and happy and rich, for it would furnish to me the best evidence of the prosperity of my native land. The sailor's life is at the best a life of danger. He pursues honor on the mountain wave and finds it in the battle and in the storm, and never did more distinguished chivalry display itself than in the conduct of our seamen during the late war. The applause of his native land is the richest reward to which the patriot ever aspires. It is this for which he bears to live or dares to die. We direct the destinies of a mighty continent. Our resources are unlimited, our means unbounded. If we be true to ourselves, the glory of other nations, in comparison to ours, shall resemble but a tale from the days of chivalry. A republican government can only be supported by virtue, and the end of all our legislation should be to encourage our fellow citizens in its daily practice. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel Quotes and Unquotes.